if you want to help reposition Imo State, please do not repeat the mistake of Okorocha, one of them being to render Imo State House of Assembly useless.
Yes, my people, we are here again, Voice of Biafra. This is Nabuken Nadede. We have a special guest today in our studio, Dr. Chukwuma Egemba. He is a Biafran activist. I think Dr. Chukwuma Egemba, how can you explain yourself to people, for those who do not know you?
Well, those who don't know me, my name is Chukwuma Egemba, or those who like title, I am Dr. Chukwuma Egemba. It's a merited one, not bought. I didn't buy it. So I have been involved in Biafran struggle for more than 20 years, and I am proud to say that I have dedicated my life and contributed in my own small way to progress our struggle. Yeah, and I am also, by the grace of God, a founding member of Radio Biafra and served in the editorial board as well. So everything about the Biafran struggle, almost from this current level, this current stage in our struggle, I know it, those individuals, groups that are involved, I have the opportunity to have worked with many of them. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We've had the elections, presidential and gubernatorial election. How would you assess the whole election?
I don't want to even mention presidential because I'm not interested in per se. Yes, I am a Nigerian by force, if you like, because naturally I am a Biafran. That is, I am more comfortable to say that I am a Biafran than to say that I'm a Nigerian. For instance, many people who know me, when there is an occasion, Nigerian flag, Nigerian anthem, national anthem is being played or whatever, I don't stand up as a protest to what the country is, what the federal government is doing to my people. And so the result of the election, if you like, it is, as far as I'm concerned, that is not an election. It's a sort of a rubber stamp or a selection. Whether it is going to hold or not, that is not for me to decide. But when it comes to the local government, sorry, the local election or the state election, that's where my interest is a little bit. But generally, I have tried to distance myself from Nigerian politics. But many of our fellow Biafran activists say that we need political involvement to achieve Biafra. At some point, I supported that argument. At some point, I defended it. At some point, I was part of even the proponents of political engagement in Nigerian struggle. But, in Biafran struggle. But after some time, I sat back, realized, reviewed, analyzed what is happening in Nigeria, the process of Nigerian election, the process and the development of Nigerian politics. I realized that as it is presently constituted, the Biafran people cannot make any meaningful headway engaging in Nigerian politics. If we dive into Nigerian politics deeper and deeper, we will compromise our struggle more and more, deeper and deeper. Because the more you go in, people, instead of people fighting from there to achieve some political gains, those who are getting involved will be swallowed by the Nigerian system. Before you know it, they will even start to oppose you. They will use it. They will use the so-called Biafran politicians in Nigerian government or in Nigerian politics, the Biafran activists playing Nigerian politics. They will use them against us, and in the process we will lose out. So we will either be in or be out, because there is no level playing field in Nigerian politics. And as a matter of fact, we don't have the right, we cannot form our own political party and choose our own candidates. Most of the candidates you see, almost everywhere, are imposed. So that is why we are not making any progress. So that is why, in as much as I agree that political involvement is necessary, but Nigerian political game, as it is presently constituted, will make our matter worse than better, because we don't have control over the political development in Nigeria. That is why I am not, I have decided to, if you like, oppose Biafrans getting involved in Nigerian politics, because if we do, our struggle will be compromised heavily.
Thank you very much. Let us probably concentrate on the Eastern region, the politics of Eastern region. We've had an election in Imo State. How would you assess that particular election? Because you are from Imo State.
Yes, and incidentally, I am also from Mbise, pure and applied.
Okay.
And my brother, Pase, is the governor-elect of Imo State. And that's why I want to show a little bit interest. Not that I want to go and be part of the politics in Imo State, no. But because I still have a lot of Biafrans, a lot of our brothers and sisters back home. And the state level is, at least local, we have control over that than federal government. So if we have a governor who understands the need and aspirations of the people, then we can make a headway. If we have a governor who is accountable to the people of Imo State, we will make a headway. If we have a governor who feels the pain of the people, we will make a headway. But if we have a governor that is detached from the people, the suffering will continue and will increase, as it did under the outgoing governor, Okorocha. Remember that when Okorocha was elected in 2011, I think that was the first time he won the first election. People jubilated as they are jubilating the election of Emeka Ihode Hanao. And what happened? The honeymoon did not even last up to 1 year or 2 years. Can you name any project that Okorocha started within the last 8 years that he's still on, that you can refer to, that you can say, yes, this is what he achieved? Therefore, having... let me
interrupt you there. Okay. Because I've been also following some of his followers. They've named a few things.
Okay.
Universities that he built.
Which
university?
Which university he built? You mean
it was not the
university or whatever?
The Eastern Palm University or something like that. That he built in his place.
Okay.
And a few other things, road construction, all those things.
Right.
So because it is also good for us to make it clear that there were some things he did.
Okay. He did.
According to his this, and he also molded a lot of people.
Molding people, molding not even historical figures, molding people. Is it an achievement?
Zuma was molded.
Zuma, South Africa, the one that is facing corrupt charges in his country, that he is molded. He molded it for what reason? For us, what lesson of what material benefit is that molding to the people of Imo State? How is it going to improve the life of the people of Imo State? That's what we are talking about here.
Are you saying that he did not do anything?
No. It will be wrong for me to say that he did not do anything. Now, what you said, when you said that somebody do something you can make reference to, let me take you back. I don't know how old you are, but I have the opportunity to grow up under Sam Mbakwe, the only governor of Imo State that people can remember and make reference to what he's achieved. And his achievements are still there for people to see. Now, building university. He built a new university. What happened to Imo State University? How is it equipped? Imo State University today is in a sorry state. It is one of the places today that after graduation, the paper, the degree which people hold, don't want the name written on it. So what is the point of having university? Establishing universities is not an achievement. Now, what is the quality of the output of the students graduating from these universities? It is no good building 101 universities in Imo State when none of them can showcase, talking about research, talking about, I mean, doing something that will add value to the people of Imo State. That was of assembly that Mike Hamba, son, made his name. When he was my minority leader of MPN in those days, I remember him. In my mind, I can still see him standing up, opposing, debating. I cannot. So many prominent Imo State people that time, that they made their name from the State of Assembly. They debated, they brought issue, held the government, the state government into account. Now, please, if you want to help reposition Imo State, please do not repeat the mistake of Okorocha. One of them being to render Imo State House of Assembly useless, turning it into a rubber stamp. It is an independent and separate arm of the government. You cannot turn it to like a ministry. So the State House of Assembly is there to provide check and the balances against the excesses of the governor. When the governor is going astray, it is the State House of Assembly that will call them to order. That is why they have to be separate, including the judiciary. When these three arms are independent and effectively working, doing what they're supposed to do, you will have a very good government. But if none of them or all of them are placed under the control of one person, the governor, you are going to have problem. And that is why the problem we are having in Imo State today. I hope you heard your heart to repeat that. Please allow the State House of Assembly to be independent and do their work.
That takes me to the next election, the local government chairman, because we have different tiers of government, and the local government areas are there to function.
Local authorities,
like we have in this country. What are they doing in Imo State? Do we just blame only the governor when the local government, even when the local government area chairmen are not doing their work?
Right. Then if you say the local government area doing their work, the governor is the chief executive, is the off-road there, the all and all in the state. He can do and undo. And Okorocha used that to his greatest disadvantage or advantage. Just as he transformed or rendered the state assembly useless, more or less, like as I said before, like a rubber stamp. He also useless local government. As a matter of fact, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, unfortunately, I am doing everything I can to supersede that Constitution because it is not fit for purpose. However, while it is still in operation, the local government is a separate arm of government that's supposed to receive an independent and a defined allocation, either from the state government, or directly from the federal government. Now, throughout the 8 years of Okorocha, what happened to the allocations that are meant to be for the local government? That's number one. Number two, and most importantly, they are supposed to be local government elections every 4 years, as it is for that of the president and that of the governor. If I am mistaken, of course, I started.
3 years.
Oh, is it every 3 years? Thank you for the correction. If it is every 3 years, how many times did Okorocha organize local government election? For the past 8 years, he was the governor. That's it. That is another lesson. Making Hedon Hashidi.
There was an election a few months ago in Imo State, I remember.
Right. What did you call that election? This election he used to select agents that will work for him for this election. But unfortunately, it worked the other way around. It boomeranged. That is no election. The election is supposed to be free, something that, I mean, without that election, I think some parties boycotted the election. I don't have the full information, but I know that some parties boycotted it because of the way it was organized. So, I am appealing to you, please organize a proper free and fair, without interference. If your party win, they win. If they lose, they lose. Remember that local election is about local issues. There are some issues, I am from Ezinihite, there are some issues that are specific to Ezinihite. It may not be the same as the issues facing Ikeduru people, or Ngopala, or any other local government. So they have their own specific issue. They will also elect the type of people they want that will solve those problems for them. So if they are independent or any party, it doesn't matter. It don't have to be your party that will control the local government. So please organize a free and fair local government election. In fact, I am challenging you to do that within the next 6 months or 1 year. Now, if you do that, you will have another layer of government under you that will help you to solve the mountainous problem you are going to inherit from Okorocha. Therefore, and if you organize it and it is properly arranged, properly managed, the local government can be a force for good. There may be a healthy competition among them. If Abombise is doing well and Ezinihite is not doing well, for instance, they will say, you see what your brother did, what is it that they do? Then the local councillors and the people will put pressure on their councillors and the chairman to do better. They will say, go to Owerri North, go to Ngopala and find out what is going on, or go to Uguta or find out what is happening there. Why is Oru East not doing as well as Oru West, and so on and so forth? So when there is a local election and the people select their own people, then they will create that enabling environment for local development to flourish, and not try to put them in their pocket, and give direct allocations to them and publish it. Say, my people, I have given XYZ amount to the local government. Now let the local people hold the chairman and the councillors to account. By then, they will be doing something from the local government, the state government will be doing something for their own. Then there will be a little bit opportunity. Life will be a little bit easy. Your first point, I don't know you have a plan, but please include it and know that how you will ease the pressure, the suffering of Imo State people will be one of the yardstick you will be judged. There is a lot of suffering in the land. Please do everything you can to make it, to ease that problem. And local government election, independent state of assembly will be a step in that direction. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Under this thing is this. There is always, like one footballer said, why always me? Why always Okorocha? Because the whole Igbo, everywhere you go, people are talking about Okorocha. Here, you hardly see people saying anything good about Okorocha. But if you look at other governors,
in my realm, anyone can be
they are not doing well. Abia State, Enugu State, many of them, they are just almost the same thing. Why always Okorocha? Why?
Okay, because well, if you like, call it that our people may be more political conscious, that if they are sitting and there is something is itching them, they will want to shift. If they have a governor and there is some element of expectation from that governor, and that expectation is not met, people are meant to say something. But if your governor is doing what he's doing and the people decided to keep quiet, good luck to you and to the governor. Then, but the Imo State, where I remember, it is not by mistake that it is called the heartland of Igbo land. So people cannot, everything you throw on them, there is a limit they can absorb. There is a limit people can absorb suffering, hardship and suffering. And the Imo State people have had it enough under Okorocha, and they decided to say, no, enough is enough, and they decided to voice off their anger. This is probably why you are there, because Okorocha did not do what he wanted, what he's supposed to do to better the life of Imo State people. Instead, in fact, Okorocha did more to benefit the federal government than to benefit the Imo State people, and that's why they are angry. And that is why Ihedioha must watch out.
Yes, thank you. Back to our agitation. What's the way forward now? Election, because there are people who say there have been no election, there have been referendum. we heard all manner of lies, deceit, and hope and hopeless hopes. What's the way forward?
Well, it is, I have said before, and I will say it again, it is going to get worse before it will get better, because our people have been deceived too much, enough. What I mean here by they is the few people who find themselves in position of authority or responsibility. Instead of using that, it's the same. Compare it with what the governors are doing. If you, instead of you to use the popularity, the honor, the confidence people placed on you, instead of you to use it to find a way to solve the problem which they are itching, finding a solution to, then you turned it upside down and used it for personal purpose, just as the governors using state money, state budget for personal use. So also, some of our so-called leaders in the Biafran struggle, instead of, there's a lot of people, a lot of money has exchanged hand. A lot of Biafran people have contributed too much money, but they cannot see that money. They don't see where it went. They don't see the result. What is it used for? To answer your question, we have to get to our acts together. Listen, if we continue to sing from different hymn sheet, as they normally say, our chorus and the voice pattern cannot be good enough to produce good sound or good music, if you like. We have to sing from one hymn sheet, with every person singing their best part.
You're talking about unity of all.
Absolutely. You cannot avoid that. Now, people say there will be unity, unity, unity. Let me say this to you. I had the opportunity through my academic pursuit to follow South African struggle against apartheid. At one point, there were more than 500 to 1,000 organizations fighting for apartheid. At one point, there was between 500 to 1,000 organizations fighting for apartheid. Did they make any headway? No. But when they come together to form a loose coalition, because all of them are fighting for one thing, to get rid of apartheid. When they realize that fighting from the 3, 5, 10, 20, 100 different positions will not get them the result they want, they pulled the resources together, formed a loose coalition. They did not all co-lead, that is, disband and form and have one only organization or group. No. Each group maintained their. But because I want Biafra, you want Biafra, all pro-Biafran groups want Biafra. But what type of Biafra do you want? You cannot individually get Biafra. It is impossible, no matter how hard you try. Therefore, let us have a loose coalition. When everybody will come, this is what, then we put up a roadmap. See, this is what we want. Now, all the money that has been contributed in the name of Biafra for the Biafran restoration from 1999 to this moment, I don't have the figure, and nobody will say the exact figure, but it runs into hundreds of millions of naira. Where are this money? What did you do with them? But still, we are still where we are without moving an inch. Therefore, to answer your question, we have to swallow those who have pride. I don't have any pride to swallow. Those who have pride, swallow your pride. Do not say fighting Biafra or dead. No, 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 no. Biafra or dead. What have you done to say Biafra or dead? No, a dead man do not sing chorus. It's impossible. We have to. Again, we have lost too many people unnecessarily since 1999 to date. If you talk about the Civil War, there was war. People died during the war. It's a war situation. It's understandable. But when there is no war and our people are dying, why? Yes, I know that we have a high-handed, hated federal government who don't want our existence as a people. But most of the time, we play into their hands. Hence, they are finding any slightest opportunity to kill our people, including Okorocha and many of the southeastern governors. They played one part or the other to kill our people, and they will pay for it. Therefore, we must come together, form, as I said, form a loose. You keep your organization, keep your own internal coalition as well, but let us have a central unifying force, so that when we are, the international community want to deal with the Biafra, they will know who to deal with. The international community cannot deal with 10, 20 organizations. And for us to have that one, we have to elect our own leader. A person cannot emerge from nowhere to say that I am a supreme leader. Biafran people do not recognize supremacy. It is not in our DNA. It is not in our history. We don't recognize supremacy. People will have to elect their leader, and from there we put our plans together, work towards it. We will get what we want. If we don't, we will continue to come and analyze and meeting till the kingdom come.
Thank you very much. Finally, this question, you said we shouldn't involve in Nigerian politics, and at the same time you congratulate the newly elected governor and even advise him.
Yes.
Is that not an irony?
Well, you may think that it's an irony. Let me tell you what I mean by Biafran people getting involved in Nigerian politics. Because of the way, anything I say, of course, I will defend it in my own understanding of why I said it. The way Nigerian politics is constituted, based on the Nigerian constitution that is not fit for purpose, it is very, very difficult. It is a win. Listen, I'm digressing a little bit. It is only in Nigeria, in all countries of the world, I am challenging anybody to name any country where you have a country that is as diverse as Nigeria, multi-ethnic as Nigeria, multi-religious as Nigeria, divided or diverse in every shape and form. Besides, with more than 70, 80, 90 registered political parties, national registered political parties. And in an election, you have one clear candidate that when it is impossible in any democratic country. I am challenging anybody to name any country that has the demographic, ethnic and religious composition as Nigeria, with as many political parties as in Nigeria, that will have one candidate win outright in one election. It's impossible.
Thank you, Dr.
So in this type of condition,
yeah,
you cannot have a Biafran succeeding to make progress under Nigerian political setting.
Thank you, Dr. Chukwuma Egemba, for being with us today.
It's my pleasure.
Ebeka unosi Biafra, Ebeka unosi Biafra, Gama vapu Biafra, Gawe bozo gabibi, Agama vapu Biafra, Gawe bozo gabibi, Biafra gadi.